Really, the research question that we're trying to answer is, what does it mean to have an accent when we learn a second language or an additional language? And what does constitute or contribute to having an accent? What we say is an accent, but what does it mean? And so we're trying to explore that and looking from the acoustic perspective, but also articulatory perspective, and hence the use of the ultrasound machine to look at the properties of the tongue movement that contributes to such accent that we perceive as accent.
So what they did was the first 4 weeks from beginning to end of June was a boot camp where they had the graduates give us a crash course in linguistics. So that was 2 to 3 days was review, but they go through all that information so quickly, and there's still a lot that I got to learn that I didn't know before.
So they're going to be setting up the entire equipment. They will be adjusting the helmet to the participant's head. They will be using the software.
And we actually start from the beginning. They'll be involved in the entire process from the consent. They answer questionnaires about their background. So they are present and guiding them through the entire process until they actually get all of the equipment onto their face and their head.
Starting, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, like late June, early July, we started meeting in person to get hands-on experience with that ultrasound machine and learn how to run the equipment, how to set up the helmet and record and collect the data.
We're trying to make a corpus that will encompass every language here at George Mason, but obviously starting small, we're just with French. And so what we're trying to do is create a resource for other researchers to be able to access something that's kind of expensive, ultrasound data, in order to look at second language speakers in comparison to first language speakers.
The idea of having like a corpus of non-native speech is not unique to us by any means. There's actually another professor at Mason who runs something called the Speech Accent Archive. And so the Speech Accent Archive collects data worldwide, not just here. And the fact that it doesn't have that ultrasonic element means that you can just email out a link. That means our project is a little bit more limited because we need to have somebody here and we need to be able to put them in the helmet.
So getting the speech data, seeing how their tongue moves, you can then compare that to native speakers and see how they differ. And then you could use that. I think probably the biggest opportunity for that would be like teaching.
Having this corpus means that you can reference these common mistakes and correct them before they become like a big problem.
The biggest contribution that we're making is actually to build this database and make it available for anyone who's interested in like L2 speech, like additional language speech sound and the relation between articulation and acoustics.
It will be the first, I believe, database that is just ultrasound data. And so ultrasound combined with the English as a first language, foreign language focus. So it's breaking a lot of grounds as first for George Mason and database linguistics as a whole.
To witness the growth from someone who just wanted some good summer job to someone who's really interested in doing research and someone who just like really wanted to do more of what they've been doing in the summer, because some of them are actually asking me even now and from the last year too, some of them got really into this project and they asked me like, can I continue working on this, right? So we are trying really hard to secure some funding so that we can support their research projects, but even after the summer team projects end.
One of the big things that the students have gotten out of it is that they've taken this theoretical knowledge that we get a lot in the classroom and they've been able to apply it and understand why it's so important for researchers. I think the practicality of actually using the knowledge that they've gained has been very helpful for them.
There's some sort of joy in acquiring new knowledge and knowing that all this very complex technology is actually accessible to them, and that research is not only available to faculty members or to very renowned researchers out there, it's also accessible to them, that anybody can do research. And when they understand that and you see the joy that they experience while doing it, this is what gives me joy as well.